Hi everybody, welcome to our webinar, Marketing and Reviews 101, Leveraging Your Reviews Across Channels. I'd like to introduce you to our webinar hosts.
Hi, I'm Fionn. I've been with Trustpilot for a year and a half as a business development manager, working with companies in different sectors to help leverage reviews.
Hi everybody, my name is Zach. Similar to Fionn, I'm a business development manager here at Trustpilot, and I'm working with clients who are trying to improve their reputation and then leverage that reputation across various different networks.
If you want to ask questions today, you can just use the questions pane on the control panel to ask questions throughout the webinar, and then we'll run a Q&A session at the end and via email. So here's the agenda for today, guys. I'm hoping essentially that you'll be able to come away from this better understanding how you can collect reviews and leverage them across different marketing channels. So starting off with some key concepts around reviews. So as you can see here, 88% of consumers will now read a review before making a purchase decision, and 44% think that the number of reviews is important. We recently ran a study as well. 72% of people are more likely to buy from a company with a good score on Trustpilot, and 76% of those are more likely to trust a company with a good score on Trustpilot. So it's really, really crucial now in today's world, particularly with things like Black Friday and the holiday season coming up. 16% think the reviews older than 3 months are no longer relevant, so really important. Just a little visual here of the notion of social proof. I think we'd all agree we'd pick the restaurant on the right based on what other people are saying and doing. So just to sort of understand a little bit more around what reviews are. So you have some reviews that are both service and product reviews. So when a customer leaves a review talking about the service of the business, so what the delivery was like, their customer service, but also featuring the product that they purchased as well. Service only reviews when a customer just leaves a review about the overall experience they had with the company. Typically you'll see these more as well with a service-based business. And product reviews are specific to an individual product that could have been purchased at multiple different places. There's also some key differences between a verified and an organic review. So the verified, you can see on the left-hand side here, it's got that little verified order tick. That means that they were invited to leave the review through Trustpilot by one of our verified invitation methods, which Zach will be going into shortly. Crucially, these ones are what count towards Google seller ratings. On the right-hand side, you can see there an organic review. So that means that someone has gone out of their way to go onto a Trustpilot profile page, either create or log into their Trustpilot account to leave that review. So just a little bit of that differentiating there.
All right, perfect. So now we're going to move on to collecting customer reviews and the different ways in which you can do this. So on the left-hand side of the screen, what you'll see is a typical flow of a customer that might deal with you. So initially, the customer would purchase something online, or if you're in the service industry, perhaps make a booking. They'll then get the order confirmation come through. Their product is then shipped and delivered. And what we do off the back of that is we then trigger the review collection or an email going across asking the client to leave a review. What you'll see on the right-hand side is we have a few different ways in which you can invite your customers to leave a review. So the first way is manual collection. So that would be simply uploading a CSV file which has their name, email address, and reference number. The second and the most popular way in which our clients will collect reviews is through AFS, which is automatic feedback service. Now, the idea behind this is at the point the customer either gets their order confirmation or booking confirmation, it would then trigger an email to go across and ask that customer to leave a review. The benefit of using this is it's automated and you wouldn't have to go through and upload a file at the end of each day. Now, the third and fourth way in which you can invite through Trustpilot involves our API feature. The third way is what we call business generated links that would go from either your CRM or emailing platform. And the fourth way would be actually embedding that form within a certain area of your business. So for example, your website. Now, on average, the review response rate we receive typically through Trustpilot is about 7 to 15%. Okay, so we've got a couple of tips here of how you can increase the response rate of those review requests you send out. So the first thing we recommend is you can actually create incentives. So you can suggest to your clients, for example, if they leave you a review, you'll offer them a 5% discount on their next order. Now, just to clarify on this, you're allowed to incentivize clients to leave a review, but you can't incentivize them to leave a specific review. So for example, you can't say, please leave a 5-star. Now, the next way you can try and improve that conversion is an A/B split test. So you can modify certain elements of the email, whether that be the subject line, the body, the call to action button, and then you can track the impact that will have on people responding to you. And the third and final way is quite simple. By sending out a mere reminder a couple of days after you sent out the original request, we've seen that it can impact your review response rate by about 35%. So what we've done here is we've taken an example of an optimized email. Now, we've tested this thoroughly at Trustpilot and we found this to have the highest conversion rate, purely based on the fact it's simple. All the client has to do is choose the number of stars, they click on the link to leave a comment, and that review then goes directly onto Trustpilot and also your website. So the idea being you make it as easy for the customer to do that and relieve as much of the pain as possible. Fantastic. Now I'm going to talk to you about how you can actually leverage these reviews to try and drive across more traffic to your website on various different touch points you may have with a potential client. Okay, so the first way you can do it is by integrating rich snippets that come from your reviews onto a couple of different pages. So typically businesses may choose to mark up pages like contact us, about us, and then a couple of other key landing pages within Google. The second way is to build up product reviews so that you actually get rich snippets sitting underneath each of the individual product listings in Google. So if somebody's searching for a specific product, they can see the stars and the reviews that correlate directly to that. The third way in which we'll do this is by optimizing your PPC. And hopefully increasing traffic on your paid marketing, whether that be Google AdWords campaigns or Google Shopping, but we can go through that in a bit more detail. So the first slide you'll see here is a screenshot we've taken of a Google search where we typed in the phrase unsecured business loans. Now what you'll see is you get 4 sites that organically rank here, and 2 of which are Trustpilot customers, SpotCap and Funding Options. Now, what they've chosen to do is mark up those pages with a Trustpilot widget so that the reviews, their service reviews, are showing on those pages within Google. Now, by marking up key landing pages, such as the ones we see now, we estimate it can increase your traffic by about 30%. Okay, so we touched on product reviews and how they can really help differentiate. So what we've done here is we've taken the search term Ride Star Balance Bike. Now it's brought up 3 websites that are ranking organically on that search term. You've got Tesco, This Is It stores, and Amazon. Now a customer is going to be a lot more inclined to click through on the second link due to the fact you can see it's got 5 reviews that are 5 stars. So if you're considering investing into a bike, you're probably going to want to read a few reviews about it. So you're a lot more inclined to click through, read up about the bike, and then make an informed decision as to whether you want to continue that purchase or not. So what you see here is we've got the search term luxury French bed. Now you've got a couple of different businesses who are bidding on this search term. So if you ignore the Google Shopping along the top, directly underneath that you've got French Bedroom Company, Revival Beds, and Loaf.com. You can see the first and the third ad stand out a lot more by building up a Google seller rating. Now, the way these clients have done that is by getting over 100 reviews that are a minimum of 3.5 stars and are sent out through the verified review format that Fionn touched on earlier. Now, the idea of having these stars is it will show that you're a trusted and credible business. So if somebody's found you on this search term, yet again, they're a lot more likely to, first of all, either click through onto your website, or second, you'll see a screenshot on the right-hand side, which enables them to, first of all, see who the reviews have come from, and secondly, read through each of these individual reviews before making a decision. Okay, so your Trustpilot reviews can also tie in quite nicely to some of your Google Shopping campaigns. So what you'll see here is there's actually 2 review counts. So just above the shop button, you'll see green stars that are referencing the business's total number of service reviews. And on top of that, they've actually taken this further and they're listing the individual product reviews, which is the gold stars just underneath the Decathlon UK. So that if somebody wants to, they can read both reviews that are general to the overall service that business is providing, but they can also dig a bit deeper and find out individual feedback on the product they're considering purchasing. Okay, so another touch point you may have with your client perhaps might be email marketing. However, this is the first email that goes out to a potential prospect, or it's an email that you send out once every 6 months to an existing client. You'll just see a few different screenshots of how these businesses are incorporating their trust score to show that they're a trusted business at this touch point. Now, on the right-hand side, the double the love example, you'll actually see that this business has taken it one step further, and they've decided, just under where it says some of our love stories, to integrate actual review content onto that email marketing campaign. Okay, so the next way in which you can use Trustpilot to leverage some of these positive reviews you're building up is through your display or retargeting ads. So the idea behind this is a customer's been onto your site, perhaps they've added something into the cart, they've got distracted, a colleague's tapped them on the shoulder, they've forgotten what they were doing. Now the idea being you're then going to go on and retarget this customer. So you know they're a warm lead, as to speak. Now by actually implementing a trust box on one of these ads, through independent research, we found out that clients are 91% more likely to trust an ad like this that has a trust box as opposed to one that doesn't. So the idea being, by implementing that, it's the final form of motivation that customer needs to get back onto your site or to continue that checkout experience or make a booking with you. Okay. So I actually work with this client, so they're called Superguard. They provide car detailing and car cleaning products about a month ago. So since signing up with Trustpilot, they've built up a profile of over 180 reviews. They've got a rating of 9.4 out of 10. And what they've decided to do is to actually go through and segment some of their fantastic reviews and showcase them or leverage them to build more business with other clients. So I'll just quickly read you this review. It says, I've found all of the products that I use to be extremely good, competitive, and value for money. You would have to be mad not to consider purchasing any of their products. Now, clearly, Trevor is a massive enthusiast of these products, and he really does like the service that this company is providing. But it's now had a knock-on effect. If you have a look on the right-hand side underneath the hashtags, you'll see one of their followers, Barista Pixie, has then gone on to say, Aqua Free Cleaner and the Rain Away Spray, the only 2 I've tried so far, excited to try the rest. They're fantastic products. So by showcasing this review content on their social media, it's actually enabled other clients to reinforce how good a company they are, and it's probably the best type of marketing you could have. Okay, so Trustpilot as a company, we've just recently hit a benchmark of 50 million reviews. So we're running a campaign with a few of our clients to do a bit of promotion on their social medias using the hashtag Trustpilot 50 million. So you'll see yet another example of how businesses see value in using this image generator. For example, this one is on their LinkedIn.
Fantastic. So you've leveraged your reviews now to drive more traffic to your website and optimize your marketing campaigns to get people to your site. But then actually we're looking into now, how can you leverage those reviews on your website by displaying those reviews at, further down the line in those touch points with those customers to actually increase your conversion rates. So there's a few different places, obviously, on an e-commerce site you would be able to display your reviews. This can all be optimized with an A/B split testing tool that we have. So you can send 50% of the people to version A of your website with the widget at the top, 50% of people to version B with the widget in the middle or at the bottom, and actually optimize then which is going to increase your click-through rates, call to action, and conversion rates. So Glasses Direct, you can see here, they're showing the excellent 9.3 score as soon as you land on the site in the header. They're also showing where they're celebrating their 75,000 reviews with us in the bottom right-hand side there. So I'm really just leveraging their reviews throughout the website to be able to build that confidence with potential customers. And similarly, as I mentioned, a lot of businesses will also leverage their reviews in the footer of the website. So you can see here the excellent overall score from over 2,000 reviews, a feed of 5-star reviews coming through, and you can actually choose just your 4- and 5-star reviews to come onto your website. You could pick out some favorites, or you could choose all of your latest reviews to be entirely transparent. It's up to you, but as I said, you can test this throughout the site as well. So those were just some examples of showing your service reviews on your website and how you can leverage those. But also on the individual product pages, you want to be able to show the reviews for those specific individual products to increase the likelihood of someone actually adding that product to their basket. So you can see at the top, they've got 21 reviews on this particular product. Scroll over for more of a breakdown of the star rating of those reviews, and then also see that review content further down the page as well. And that review content is actually then hosted on your site as well. So it adds to the user-generated content hosted on the site and actually will optimize your SEO even further. Similarly, a lot of companies will actually use their reviews at the checkout pages. So this is Outdoor and Country, leveraging their Trustpilot reviews on their checkout page. You could actually leverage reviews relating to delivery on the delivery pages as well. So it's just that extra confidence that prospective customers might need when they're actually going to put in their payment information, particularly good for brands that are a little newer and need that little bit more confidence from their customers. You can see here as well, Made.com and a host of other companies that we work with will actually have a whole page dedicated to their customer reviews. So they really want to show off and shout about the fact that they've got such great feedback, they've got nothing to hide, and that they're really committed to customer experience. And you can have this feed of reviews coming through directly onto such a page as well. Again, you could filter that by 4 and 5 or all of your reviews if you wanted as well. So it's just really showing to your customers that you care about them. So thanks for joining us today. I'm just going to have a look and see now if we've had any questions, and obviously feel free to ask more via the chat.
Okay, perfect. So we've got a question from Nick asking, will these slides be available? And yeah, happy to confirm, Nick, yeah, they definitely will. We can make those available via LinkedIn afterwards or send you a copy. Okay, so this one's for you, Phil. Yeah. Samuel's asked, can we split test different trust boxes to see which would yield the best results?
Yeah, you absolutely can. So the Trustbox Optimizer is all from within the Trustpilot dashboard, and you can select the trust boxes, test those, select the placement and test those, so you can test in every which way you would like. Okay, and we've had one come through from Edward. How easy is it to create a social post?
So it's incredibly easy. There's a couple of different ways you can do it. We actually have one-click sharing. So if you wanted to share a review directly onto Facebook or any other social media platform, you can do so. But we've also got the image generator tool, which will very easily enable you to produce a graphic that you can showcase across your different social medias.
Yes, I think those 2 social examples that we showed, the SuperGuard one, that was using the image generator. So you can use one of our stock images or upload your own and then choose a review and really share that really easily.
Okay, so a question from Anastasia is, how do you manage bad reviews?
That's a really interesting question. So you have a section within the dashboard in Trustpilot around servicing your reviews. So you can set up a 1- and 2-star review notification so that you can get notified straight away if a 1- or 2-star review comes in, and you can then filter by 1- and 2-star reviews. We'd recommend responding publicly to all of your 1 and 2 star reviews as a priority. Some businesses will respond to all of those reviews, but it's really important particularly to actually show your potential customers what you would do if something went wrong. And actually those 1 and 2 star reviews can then help to validate the 4 and 5 star reviews that you have coming through to your page. So it's really important, to show how you would respond in that situation.
And also, just to add to that, it also gives you the opportunity to try and rescue a customer. So if you consider what the lifetime value of a customer might be to you, if they're able to leave a negative review, you can alleviate the problem and try and overcome it and win that customer back. And then you can use that bad review to your advantage.
Yeah, they can actually update their score as well. So if you actually turn that into a positive experience, they can update their score. So another question here, how easy is it to include trust ratings in Google paid ads? And that's from Priyanka, sorry.
Okay, so with the Google paid ads, so getting your gold stars on the PPC listings, it's a requirement from Google that you have a minimum of 100 reviews that are 3.5 stars and verified.
In a 12-month period per country.
Thank you. Yeah, forgot to add that in. And yeah, as long as you hit that criteria, it should be quite simple to get the gold stars.
So they just feed through automatically onto Google. As long as they're verified reviews collected through Google Review Partner, of which Trustpilot is one, then that will feed through into Google. And then Google will choose on which ads they definitely show them on.
Cool. We've got quite a few more questions, but we've unfortunately running out of time. So I'll make sure to answer your questions via email today.
Great. Thanks everyone for joining.
Yeah, thank you very much, guys. Cheers.
Bye.